Bawo, what is good, my people? Today is the day where I finally learn the sleep token lore. I'm going to be giving my take on the video that was dropped by Sleep Token Luke about 3 years ago. I'll link the first link in the description. Just want to check it out for yourself. If you to do so, and make sure you show our person some love because he's doing the Lord's work, my people. But listen, before we get into this video, do me a favor, hit that like button, and if you're new, hit the subscribe button, notification bell. Any questions, let me know down in those comments below. Without further ado, let's get into it, my people. Sleep token the lore.
The members of Sleep Token are a masked anonymous collective of musicians said to be united in their worship of an ancient deity identified by them as Sleep, who appeared to the band's lead singer Vessel in a dream.
Okay, so now I know the whole thing behind worship, because a lot of the people in the comments were saying like worship, and I'm just like, okay, like I didn't want to like ask them like what they're worshiping because like, I just didn't want to get into all of that, right? But now I know, Sleep Token, the deity of sleep, right? Okay, I get what worship means now, because like I'm not gonna lie, y'all were a little freaking me out a little bit, so that's why I didn't like any of the comments or because I didn't know what I was going to be liking, but now I know.
You have probably already heard this quote. It's repeated again and again in videos and articles across the internet. It's the first thing you'll find when you search for information about the band, but the rest is harder to uncover. The pieces are too fragmented and spread out in the vast ether. But worry not, because I'm going to tell you everything you need to know.
Okay.
For now. The Sleep Token universe is filled with esoteric references, riddles, and secrecy, not to mention an ocean of theories to go with it all. Navigating all of this for the first time can be a daunting task, but I'll do my best to guide you through it all, and hopefully help you understand both the band and the music better. This video will act as an...
I'm gonna ask you, Luke, I don't know anything, so anything that you happen to educate me on, like I said, you're doing the Lord's work. My community, my other channel is doing a good job of sort of filling in, gaps and whatnot, but it has been very fragmented, where I haven't been able to really get the whole picture. But I feel like you're gonna, really put all the pieces together for me, but we'll see.
Introduction and first part of a series that gradually dives deeper into the various aspects of the band.
Oh, this is a series. Wait a minute.
At this point, you have most likely already seen the masks, the robes, and the mystery surrounding the band and thought, what's going on? So let's start there. The masks and the anonymity are both part art and part theatrics. In a time where music has increasingly focused on the personal image and private life of the artists, Vessel wanted to shift the focus entirely on the music and the message.
And I think, see, that's the way I consume media, and I think a lot of people tend to dislike that, because I don't really focus on the actual person, but the media itself, right? The medium itself. Like, for instance, when I watch a movie, I've watched movies with actors in them who I don't really know their names, but I know them from their work, because like the art itself is more important than who they are as a person. For some people, it's the opposite of that, right? Who they are as a person is more important than the art. And that's your approach. Nothing wrong with that. But like I already told you my approach. But that's the way I approach, art, right? It's just like I want to listen to good music, right? And sometimes knowing who an artist is aside of the music can interfere with that, right? It can alter your perception of what you're listening to. It can cause you to have judgments of the music and be more critical. Like for instance, a good example is listening to Johnny Craig's music, right? He has had a situation which now I can listen to his music the same way because of what happened, right? I'm not saying that you should listen to people that in their music and consume their art if they're like terrible people. Like that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that like sometimes you gotta be able to separate the artist from their artistry, the person from the artistry, right? And sort of you listen to that music, listen to that song, watch that movie in a vacuum. But you can, and while still saying that I dislike that person, I dislike what they do, I dislike what they stand for, right? but it's a little bit weird because at the same time you're also supporting and putting money in their pockets. So that's kind of where it's a little bit murky. You feel me? But yeah, I'm gonna run. Actually, no, I'm gonna take play.
Only ever interview the band has given, it was in written form, Vessel noted that our identities are unimportant. Music is marketed on who is or who isn't in a band. It's pushed, prodded, and molded into something it isn't.
Facts.
So it's safe to say that the entire concept revolving Sleep Token is a heavy emphasis on the message being delivered and not the person who is delivering it. The anonymity also allows Vessel to express a level of vulnerability and explore experiences that he otherwise may not have been willing to share.
True.
With that in mind, you will understand why the number one rule within the fan community is to respect the band's wishes for privacy. Going against this does nothing but hurt the band. So if you ever come across someone breaking this rule, please let them know it's wrong.
Yeah, somebody tried to tell me who they were, like the actual identities, and that person in my comments, they got destroyed, like literally devoured by everybody. So I had to like actually remove the comment because I'm like, buddy, I feel bad for you because like I didn't. That was actually my second reaction to listening to Sleep Token, and I kept seeing like worship. This person was like telling me who they were, and then everybody came in and just like really got on that person. I'm just like, what did I get myself into by listening to Sleep Token? But yeah, man, like if somebody wants to respect the privacy and respect the boundaries. It's really not that hard to do. You feel me?
Curiosity is a human trait, but in this case, please keep it to yourself at all times.
Facts.
Now let's talk about the logo. Sleep Token have had two logos. Both the old and the new one consist of runes from the oldest runic alphabet known as Elder Futhark. Each rune has its own meaning, and when combined into what is known as a bind rune, it is said that the collective meaning of those runes are enhanced. Since the logo is a complex bind rune, we can't exactly say which runes it consists of, but here is one possible example. Manas, Tivas, and Vunyo. The addition in the current version of the logo could very well be a representation of Vessel, sleep, or a gateway signifying transition or even the afterlife. Another interesting thing worth mentioning is how certain runes seem to be mirrored in the logo. This could indicate that they represent the opposite of their original meaning. So that would mean that besides man, victory, and joy, there is also woman, loss, and sadness present. Wow. There are various combinations that fit the puzzle, and this was merely my own interpretation. We can't tell the true meaning with any certainty.
I mean, we can make, inferences, right? Given what we listen to from Sleep Token, it's, a lot of the songs for Vessel is about a woman. It's about loss, right? I think sort of that duality, like sort of like mirror meaning, opposite meaning with these runes, I think it actually fits. And I didn't know what the symbols mean because I kept seeing different symbols in Sleep Token's like visualizers and whatnot. And I thought they were runes, but I didn't know what kind of runes. But like, yeah, now I know. See, maybe you learned something today too, my person. Shout out, like I said, shout out Sleep Token Luke, because like he is doing the Lord's work, my people. Let me tell you. And one other thing too, given that they're runes, and when I think of runes, I think of like Vikings and Scandinavian and like whatnot. Like they would paint themselves before they would do like sacrificial like rituals and whatnot. So I wonder if like when Vessel dons on the mask and he puts on like the body paint, what is he sacrificing, right? Is he sacrificing a piece of himself and offering to the god of sleep? Like, I have so many questions now. And I want to hear you guys' thoughts about them in the comments below. Like, what are your thoughts about this one? Because like it's interesting.
An aspect of Sleep Token that is both apparent and hidden is the extensive use of symbolism, riddles, and hidden messages.
Yes.
From the earliest days of the band, there have been many layers to explore and understand. From the symbolism and references of 1 and 2, the sigils and concept of sundowning, the riddles and hidden secrets of Tomb, which we just recently fully solved, to the glyphs and characters of the Eden Code. There is a lot to discover. I will be doing a video dedicated on this topic since it's a pretty immense and far-reaching aspect of the band, but just to give you an example, these were the first 3 singles for the H.I.M album. In the artwork for each of these singles, there were hidden fragments of a set of coordinates. When the final single and final piece of artwork was released, the full set of coordinates was complete. It was Point Nemo, the most remote place on the globe with the longest distance to any landmass in any direction. And this is barely scratching the surface of the whole puzzle that would follow. Besides the music itself, this is one of the aspects I personally find the most interesting about this band, and those of you who have seen my Eden Code video will know that we are a team of people who spend a lot of time going down very long rabbit holes to uncover and solve all of these secrets.
But what does it mean though? Okay, but what does it mean though? you gave me the coordinates, but you didn't like this. Now I have to go out and sort of solve it myself now, because like now I'm curious.
In the beginning of the video, you heard mention of
an ancient deity crudely dubbed sleep, since no modern tongue can properly express its name. This being once held great power, bestowing ancient civilizations with the gift of dreams and the curse of nightmares. Even today, though faded from prominence, sleep yet lurks in the subconscious minds of man, woman, and...
This is one of the few official sources we have when it comes to the lore of Sleep Token. But what does that mean? And what is the relationship between Vessel and Sleep? To answer that, we will have to...
Nothing lasts forever.
Bro, he did not just leave us on a cliffhanger. You guys know I hate cliffhangers, my people. I hate cliffhangers. Like, now I gotta watch episode 2. Like, listen, my people. If you guys want me to check out episode 2, let me know down in the comments below. If you guys haven't know of any other like cool lore videos that I should check out, also let me know down in the comments. And as well as I want to know your guys' thoughts about this video. Let me know all of that in the comments below before you leave. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.